Okay, so I know I've done a couple of videos on this already, but a lot of people have been struggling with the settings on the Ambilight Philips TVs, mainly because of HDR content, Dolby Vision, various other things. So I thought I've had this telly for a while now, probably, I don't know, November I think it was when I got it, when the PS5 came out. And the general gist is I've taken some of the settings from what people have been using across the internet, and kind of put sort of 2 or 3 different ones together, basically, to show you what I think is the best option. On this TV as well, you can actually adjust things for each type of content. So if you've got, say, HDR10 content, you can adjust, say, the contrast to be brighter, just for that content and not for anything else. Or you can obviously do it by app as well, so you can actually do it by Netflix, by Apple TV, whatever you've got. So it's quite good. I think the settings I've got here saves you having to mess about with all that sort of stuff. The general gist is that basically you can run everything with it. I have noticed that there's been a bit of, well, I did have a bit of ghosting on the Netflix side of things. I would show you, but they tend to moan about the copyright a lot, so I can't show you Netflix. But it does have issues with, or did have issues with ghosting, or when there's fast-paced sort of action. Say if someone moves their head quickly, you can notice a bit of a grainy effect, almost a bit of, well, not grainy, more like a flicker, pretty much. It wasn't great. But the new settings have actually got rid of that completely, which is good. So I don't know if that was Netflix that have up their bandwidth, or whether it's the actual settings I've done myself. It's funny how it changed just after I did the settings, so I think it probably is. But I'll run through what we've got here, and I'll do a demo of it if you wanted to see that later on as well. So in the settings, I've got the picture style as natural. Doesn't really make any difference, to be honest, on the style, but it's a good base to work with. And then we have the Ambilight on video and to follow video. That's quite a good one to have on. It basically follows the video around. That's probably the best type I've seen on here so far. I'll do some picture settings. Okay, so I've got natural. Some people have gone for movie and various other things, but I definitely prefer the natural version. It's much better. Some people have also gone personal. That's also when you can change things like Netflix and stuff all individually. But obviously on any other mode you can't change, I don't believe, the settings individually for each app, whereas that one you can. That's why people choose that one a lot as well, so they can do it a bit more sort of bespoke to each app. So I've gone for natural anyway. I'll run these through fairly quickly because it's a bit boring. So if you've got this TV, I'll definitely try these settings, see what you think, let me know. Right, so colour, I've gone for 60. I can't remember the default setting for this. I think it was 65 or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. And so I've used some settings from other people's systems, so I've put sort of some together, and it seems to work quite well. We have backlight contrast, I've got it 85. I think that was standard, but it could be 80, I can't remember what it was. Sharpness, I've got it on 2. Some people have it on 5. I find that's when you tend to get the artifacts and stuff turn up in the picture. I don't like that particularly on my eyes, should we say, but I don't know if anybody else is going to do the same thing. What we've got here, we've got brightness. I've dropped the brightness down a little bit, it's down to 50. Which I find is better. It tends to eliminate any issues, especially because I watch a lot of dark stuff anyway in here. It's a dark room most of the time when I'm watching things, so makes sense. And then you've got the expert mode settings, which obviously is the main stuff. Colour enhancement I got down as off. Colour temperature, normal. Some people have it on warm, depends on what you like on the skin tones and things on people's faces. I prefer normal, I always have. The white point alignment, I borrowed somebody else's settings here on this one. If you go to the 2-point option, and there, I've changed the settings in here. I think this made quite a big difference. I've gone for 127 on the red, 104 on the green, 113 on the blue. Now the person who had this as their settings, it's another video on YouTube, they had these same ones and then had different settings for other stuff. but I find that moving things around a little bit helps. Contrast mode, oops, yep, there we go. Contrast mode, optimize the picture, that's always the best plan. Always have that on there, whichever settings you use, definitely use that. Dynamic contrast off, again, leave that off every time. Video contrast 85, that's normally on 100. 85 gives a nicer picture. It's a lot, the blacks are better, should we say. It's a better option. The blacks are, it's a compromise between nice blacks, which a lot of people have moaning about, saying that the blacks aren't very good, they're more grey, when they are a little bit, but that's a good balance between the two, I would think. Gamma, you can leave as a standard setting on 0. Now this is where some of the stuff, some people are going to say, well, what have you got that on for? Right, okay. So, the ultra resolution, I've got that as on. A lot of people have done that. It does make a bit of a difference, to be fair. I think it does. Noise reduction is off. You don't need that at all. It's supposed to get rid of artifacts on the screen, but it's just processing rubbish that doesn't work at all. The MPEG artifact reduction, same as that, as off again. And then the motion style, a lot of people turn this off or put it to movie. Movie is not my sort of thing at all. It gives you that sort of weird effect of people's heads moving really quick, really slow. It's very odd. I suppose it's to eliminate the issues I was mentioning earlier about the quick movements. Most people turn the whole thing off, but I find that when you do that, it's almost like you're watching a film in individual segments. Almost, it's almost like you're doing it in each slide. It's like everything sort of, it almost skips something in the middle. Doesn't work well at all, I don't think. Smooth evens that out. It gives you more of a natural type look to it, and I think that's much better, to be fair, rather than not having one at all. I think that's all settings you need to worry about. Yeah, that's everything you need to worry about. So that's all. That's literally what I would go for. Whatever you want to do, feel free to let me know if there's anything different on there. I'll do a demo if I can. I think there's a demo on here, from what I remember. How do we do this now? I've forgotten. It's on. Is it on there? I can't remember where it is now. Does it is on there? No. Let me check that. Ignore that one. It is, where is it? Ah, sorry, it's on here, isn't it? Yes, demo me. There you go, demo me. Okay, I'll show you what the picture looks like on a Dolby Vision clip. This TV is pretty good at Dolby Vision, to be honest. Oops, I'll turn it down a bit. You can see the Ambilight following the video around the screen. It's not particularly dark in here at the moment, so it's not too clever, but you can see how good that is. I mean, this isn't particularly fast moving stuff. You can see why everyone does their demos like this, because they're all slowish moving images. They all do it. Great picture, great colours, excellent colours. Everything's really good. But obviously it's not fast-paced stuff, not really. So you don't get the full issues, like I said before, what can happen. But to be honest, this is quite a good demo. You can see the picture quality. I did this demo on one of the other videos as well. It's the only one that doesn't have any sort of copyright issues, so it's the only one I can really use to show what's going on. But you can see what kind of quality you get. Obviously with cameras you can't always pick it up exactly, but from here that looks, well, amazing, to be fair. It's really good. But yeah, there we go. That's what I would go for if it was you. Let me know what you think, and we shall leave it there. And I probably won't do any more videos on this, I wouldn't have thought. So hopefully that's my last settings, last video for the TV.